وسلم على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا ومولانا محمد أفضل صلواتك بعدد معلوماتك وبارك وسلم وصل عليه. These two are the same.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Huh?
It looks different, but one name.
No, that different things. Got it? Like as you are wearing different dresses in different time. Yes.
It's a idea I'm going to bring it tomorrow.
No problem. Yes, we'll charge you for every day $5. Yes. So now the next chapter is, and that is the last chapter of the preface. And that is that wahi is of two types. Number one, matlu or jali. Two names. Matlu or jali. And number two, ghair matlu or khafi. Literal meaning of matlu is the recited one, and ghair matlu the unrecited. Jali mean the clear one, and khafi mean the hidden one. So now the first one is Quran, where the word and meaning both came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And as we know, that Quran as a whole was brought by Jibreel alayhi salam. But regarding two ayat, there is a riwayah that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam received it directly from Allah on the night of ascension. And these are the last two ayat of Surah Al-Baqarah. Amana ar-Rasulu bima unzila ilayhi min rabbihi wal mu'minun. Now regarding wahi matlu or Quran, there are two things. Number one, Quran itself is a mu'jiza and miracle. That's why, having grave enmity from mushrikeen side, but never ever they competed it even in one sentence. Because this is mu'jiza, and mu'jiza is uncompetable. Because mu'jiz mean the one who defeats. Got it? Mu'jiza is such a thing which defeats the people. Got it? Making them ajiz. Ajiz means defeated. Yes. Look. Raising hands. What it means? Yes. Got defeated. And number two, that recitation of the very word of Quran itself is ibadah without knowing its meaning. All Muslims, they are reciting Quran or not?
Yes.
Do they know the meaning? They do not. Is it ibadah or not?
Yes.
Yes. And number three, that is the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Kalamullah. We call it what? Kalamullah. And wahi khafi, mostly the sense and meaning was inspired to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then he expressed it in his own words. His wording is baligh or eloquent, but we cannot call it mu'jiza, because mu'jiza is the quality of Quran. Now both type of wahi, they are the source of Islamic law and Islamic Sharia. As in many places in Holy Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَأَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ وَأَطِيعُوا الرَّسُولَ. Obey Allah and obey the Messenger. Obey Allah, follow Quran. Obey the Messenger, follow Hadith and Sunnah. So these are the two original sources of Islamic law and Islamic Sharia. Quran and Sunnah itself, that is not law. These are the sources of law. Got it?
Yes.
So now this concept of sources gives it expansion. It gives us what? Expansion. From one ayah, you can bring out a few rules. That's what the fuqaha are doing. Yes? From one hadith, they are bringing out a few laws. And that's what Sulaiman ibn Mihran Amash rahmatullahi alayh. He was teacher of Imam Malik and Imam Abu Hanifa. In sanad of hadith, mostly you say, قال حدثنا الأعمش. Yes, Mawli Yusuf?
Yes.
قال حدثنا
الأعمش.
الأعمش. His name is Sulaiman ibn Mihran al-Amash. Sulaiman ibn Mihran al-Amash. In his biography, it is written that he had the smallpox darts on his face. And because of smallpox, look at me, his eyes had become like this. Yes. His complexion was too dark. Yes. So apparently, yes, we should not say only to make you to understand. Yes. Otherwise, he's our imam. So apparently, his look was very ugly. But it is said that one guy who was a guy, we should not say, he was a fasiq, but not a good guy. He was not known for his bed. He said, I was there in the bazaar. And suddenly, someone was riding a donkey, entered the bazaar for some of his thing he needed. Yes, but the moment he entered the bazaar, so the whole bazaar came out of their hawanit and shops. Yes, and rushing to that man, Assalamu alaikum Shaykh, Assalamu alaikum Shaykh, Assalamu alaikum Shaykh. Yes. So he said it was amazing that the man is looking very poor, not a good look, but the whole bazaar and they are even trying to touch his hand. So he asked someone, what's the matter? Who is this? Said, you don't know? Where do you come from? I say, I came from such and such. Oh, so that's why you don't know. He said, have you heard the name of a very great alim? He said, who? He said, Imam Amash. Said, yes. He said, this is Imam Amash. So he said, I got amazed that what a great name, but what a look. Yes, but what a respect on the other side and honor. Yes. So he said that it hit my heart with a good feeling. And I said that I will go back, I will make arrangement, I will come back to study with Sheikh and to change my life. But he said when after some time I came, so people told me that he passed away. Because when I saw him, he was old man, that he passed away. He said, oh my God. So I was thinking that maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not going to decree in my favor any good. They say, but why? Said that I am a man of such like nature, and once I saw him and then I intended to come and study with him, but now he passed. He said that no, one of his famous students is still alive. You can go there and you can study there. I said, who? They say, Hibrul Medina, Malik ibn Anas in Medina. So he said that I left for Medina. Then he studied. And he is known as a great muhaddis Abu Ambasa. What is his name? Abu Ambasa. قال حدثنا Abu Ambasa. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala intends to change the life of someone, yes, and to give an honor, he decrees like this. Yes, change of life, that is a nanosecond which hit the hearts. Yes or not? Is it? So anyhow, so now, reading the word of hadith only is not considered a matter of reward. But to understand a hadith that is wahi, then for sure you will be getting reward. But regarding Quran, I told you that only recitation of word is sawab and reward. Because that is the word of Allah. And that is just like dialing the number. Dialing the number of telephone. So when you are reciting Quran, you are dialing the numbers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are getting connected to. You are getting connected to. A kid, if sometime accidentally he push a few buttons, so from the other side somebody says, yeah, hello or not. Yeah, otherwise the kid, he didn't know that the way I am clicking, yes, it is going somewhere. Got it? So same is the case of the recitation of Quran. Got it? We are kids in this regard, but we are, yes, and it is dialed. Got it? You got it or not it? Yes. So I am trying to make you to understand like small kids. Yes. So now, Al-Mabahis Al-Sulbiyya li Tafsir Ul Quran. Important chapters about Tafsir of Quran. So the first one is Bahsu Sanadi wal Isnad. Narration or narration chain. Because when you hear some important news, so for sure you ask, who said it? Where from you got it? It was on TV or that was in newspaper or on the internet or whatever. Yes? Or that's on social media. If that's on social media, so just say that's lie. Got it? Because social media in these few years, they have brought Qiyamah almost 100 times. Yes? And they have created at least 100 Imam Mahdi. Yes. Some of them say he's in Iraq, and some of them say he's in Baitullah, and some of them say he came to Palestine. And, yeah. Because they want that someone should click it. Yes. So the meter is running and their dollar is coming. Got it? Yes. Or not it? That is a gutter. Social media is what? That's a gutter. And people do not know, especially the Muslims. Okay, non-Muslim, put them on his side. But the Muslims, that whatever we are saying, or we are writing there on social media or whatever, these are our wording, we would be held responsible for. If not here, in the hereafter. If not here, in the hereafter. And how many big fitna they are creating with these words. Yes? So every day almost atom bomb is getting blast. If you will watch the social media. Got it? Because every day they say that. America fitted it, yes, to hit Russia. And they said that Russia fitted and China from both sides. Allah Akbar. What is this? Allahu Akbar. So now Imam Muslim rahmatullahi alayhi, in the start of his book, he has written a big chapter, we call it Muqaddimah. What do we call it? Muqaddimah, preface. But that's a big chapter. So in that Muqaddimah, he is talking about narration chain. That how important narration chain is in Sharia. And in this regard, the best saying or golden words is that of Abdullah ibn Mubarak, Amirul Mu'mineen fil Hadith. Who is considered Amirul Mu'mineen fil Hadith? Abdullah ibn Mubarak. He was student of whom? Samuel Yusuf. Of Imam Abu Hanifa and then Imam Malik. After the death of Imam Abu Hanifa, he went to whom? To Imam Malik. And that's what Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, he said when somebody said, look at me, when somebody said that one alim was saying about Abu Hanifa that this thing he said wrong. This thing he said wrong. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal said, impossible, wrong is from Abu Hanifa. He cannot speak wrong. Even though Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal was born after the death of Imam Abu Hanifa, he said Abu Hanifa cannot speak wrong. So they say, why? He said, because in his dars, in his class, Abu Yusuf and Muhammad, jurists like Abu Yusuf and Muhammad and Zufar ibn Huzayl and Hasan ibn Ziyad, they are sitting in his dars as his students. They are the known jurists. They are what? The known jurist. And then he said that in his dars, Amirul Mu'mineen fil Hadith, Abdullah ibn Mubarak is sitting. And he said, in his dars, a great wali of Allah, Fuzail ibn Ayaz, is sitting. And in his dars, Imam Kasai, the Imam of Nahwa and Grammar, is sitting. So he said, if such like great people is sitting, if he want to speak wrong, he cannot speak wrong. Yes, he said that in such like situation, yes, the teacher cannot speak wrong. Because right away one of his students says wrong. Yes. Yes. So he said that. Why he said it? He said, Hasadul Fatah is lam yanadu sa'yahu. Share is not of Imam Ahmad, but he, yes, Batori Istidlal, he brought it. Ke Hasadul Fatah is lam yanadu sa'yahu. Fannasu a'da'ullahu wa husumu. Hasadul Fatah is lam yanadu sa'yahu. That someone poet said about someone, but Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal applied it to Imam Abu Hanifa. So what it means? Ke Hasadul Fatah, they showed jealousy to this man. Why? Is lam yanalu sa'yahu, because they cannot approach his level. They became jealous to him because Hasadul Fatah is lam yanalu sa'yahu fannasu a'da'ullahu wa khusumu, and that's why the people became his enemy. Nothing else is there, only jealousy. Nothing else is there. And why jealousy? Because they cannot approach his level. And Maul Yusuf?
Yes.
Then the next one. كَضَرَائِرِ الْحَسْنَاءِ قُلْنَ لِوَجْهِهَا كَضَرَائِرِ الْحَسْنَاءِ قُلْنَ لِوَجْهِهَا حَسَدًا وَبُغْضًا إِنَّهُ لَدَمِيمٌ. So he gave very best example. Maul Yusuf?
Yes.
What? كَضَرَائِرِ الْحَسْنَاءِ قُلْنَ لِوَجْهِهَا. You wrote it?
فضرائر الحسنى قلنا لوجهها.
قلنا لوجهها كضرائر الحسناء قلنا لوجهها حسدا وبغضا إنه لدميم. Like 3-4 wives of the same husband. 3-4 wives. For sure they have enmity with with everyone, with one another. Yes or not?
Yes.
This is the human nature. That's human nature. Because they are fighting on one thing. So كَضَرَائِرِ الْحَسْنَاءِ قُلْنَا لِوَجْهِهَا حَسَدًا on one thing means the one husband. Yes. Don't take me wrong. كَضَرَائِرِ الْحَسْنَاءِ. You are going below the belt. I am. كَضَرَائِرِ الْحَسْنَاءِ قُلْنَا لِوَجْهِهَا حَسَدًا وَبُغْضًا إِنَّهُ لَدَمِيمٌ. Like 3-4 wives of the same husband, they are saying about the pretty one, because of jealousy and enmity, that look at her face. Look at her face, looking like a chaplaka. Looking like a what? Like a chaplaka. Like a chappal. Yes. Yes or not? This is the case. Sayyidina Ibn Hanbal rahmatullah alayhi had a good zawq. Yes. So he said, Hasadul Fatah Islam Yanalu Sayahu Fannasu Agda Ullahu wa Khusumu كَضَرَائِرِ الْحَسْنَاءِ قُلْنَا لِوَجْهِهَا حَسَدًا وَبُغْضًا إِنَّهُ لَدَمِيمٌ. Got it? Maul Yusuf?
Yes.
So Imam Abdullah ibn Mubarak, and Abdullah ibn Mubarak, look at me. His father, he was a slave. His father was a slave, but the Sahabi, he taught him in such a way that look, his son became a great Imam al-Muhaddisin. Amir al-Mu'minin fil Hadith. Ala al-Itlaq. When we say Amir al-Mu'minin fil Hadith, so first our mind goes to Abdullah ibn Mubarak, later on to Imam Bukhari. Got it?
Yes.
And he was that rich man that he was not knowing how much his wealth is. His business was that much vast business. But his students say that after this, he used to make a dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allahumma ahyini miskinan, Allahumma ahyini miskinan, wa amitni miskinan, wa ahshurni fi zumratil masakin. That's the dua of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said that after every dars he was saying, Allahumma ahyini miskinan, O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give me a very down-to-earth life. Wa amitni miskinan, and give me my death very down to earth. Wahshurni fi zumratil masakin, and resurrect me on the day of judgment in the group of those who are very down to earth. Got it? So you are saying that such a rich man, thousands and thousands of servants are running here and there, and how it is possible? He said that he was coming back from Hajj, and his case was that whatever darahim and dananir he used to have, and coming back, so whatever left from expenses, because you are spending there in Hajj like a king, yes, giving everyone, take it and take it and take it and take it, yes. And when he was coming back, so whatever was remaining in his pocket, so on his way he was giving it to the people. You should take it, yes. Come on, yes. Have it, yes. He said that he got fever, and his pocket There was only 1 dirham. So somebody was like, come on, brother. Yes. He gave it to him. And one of his colleagues was with him. He said that fever was that much like 103 and 104, that he was unable to move. So he was sitting on the ground in dirt. In what? In dirt. And then he fell down. When he fell down, so he said nothing was there to put under his head. So he indicated to a stone that bring that. So that was a big stone. I put it as a pillow to his head. Yes, and he was, yes, lying on his side facing Qibla. Yes, and he was reciting Quran and saying Askar. And at that time, we say, Allahumma ahini miskinan, wa amitni miskinan, wa hshurni fi zumrat al-masakin. And in the same way, he passed away. Not a single dirham, nothing there, not even a fabric to put it under him in the dirt. I said that what a mustajabud dawat man he was. That he was miskin, not having a single dirham in his pocket. Back home, yes, maybe billion, but he was making that dua. Yes or not? So that it. So Imam Abdullah ibn Mubarak rahmatullahi alayhi, he said, لولا الإسناد لقال من قال ما قال. He said, as-sanadu madaruddin. As-sanadu madaruddin. Deen is based on narration chain. As-sanadu madaruddin. And he said, Laura Isnad, Laqala man qala qal. If narration chain is not there, and that is not important. So anybody can say anything that Rasulullah said it, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. For his whims and desire, he will be making things and he will say, Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam said it. But the moment somebody say Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam said it, we say, where? Yes. So alhamdulillah, credit goes to Muhaddiseen rahimahumullah. We don't need narration chain. We say Imam Tirmidhi narrated. Yes, so if somebody is looking for narration chain, yes, so that is there in Tirmidhi. But at that time, they used to say, Haddathani Fulan, my Shaykh so and so, he narrated to me. Qala Haddathani Fulan. He said, my Shaykh so and so, he narrated this hadith to me. An Abi Huraira, from Abi Huraira, and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. That Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam said so and so. Got it? So then they were analyzing that narration chain. As Imam Hassan ibn Basri rahmatullahi alayhi, he says, who? Imam Hassan Basri, a great muhaddis, a great tabi'i, a great mufassir. So Imam Hassan Basri says that when the rulers, they were trying to have such like ulama with them who can make things for their support. Yes, and there were some that they were making things for that. Yes, to make it Islami and Shari'i. Got it? Yes, they are called ulama isu. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says in a hadith, Al-ulama umana'ullahi fil arz. Al-ulama umana'ullahi fil arz. The scholars of Quran and Sunnah are the trustees of Allah on his earth. And you know trustee. Yes. Who is trustee? Yes. Who is holding the thing and preserve it in its original shape? Al-ulama'u umana'ullahi fil ard ma lam yukhalitu al-umara, when they are not mingling too much with the rich people and those in authority. Yes, because a rich person or a person in authority, yes, he is expecting from a alim that he will be speaking according to his wishes. Yes or not? Ma lam yukhalitu الأمراء فإذا خالتوهم فهم لصوص الدين فاحذروهم أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. Prophet ﷺ says, when the scholars of Quran and Sunnah, they are mingling with rich people too much or people in authority too much. So Prophet ﷺ, mostly they are becoming the robbers of deen. Yes, so be on red alert from them. العلماء أمناء الله في الأرض ما لم يخالطوا الأمراء فإذا خالطوهم فهم لصوص الدين فاحذروهم أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. So Imam Hassan Basri rahmatullah alayhi says, when they were making thing to the whims of the rulers and what that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said so and so, or Abu Bakr said so and so, or Umar radhiyallahu anhu said so and so. Yeah, so right away we used to ask him the chain, because you have not seen neither Abu Bakr nor Umar nor Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Who narrated that? Yes, who narrated from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? And who narrated from Abu Bakr or from Umar? Got it? So if they said, but we narrate from him, he never narrated this type of thing from Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala. He was our sheikh as well. Why you are putting lies on the shoulder of our sheikh? So that's why then they were very much careful not to say thing, because there are ulama, they are asking for narration chain. Got it?
Yes.
Or not it? So because when something is attributed to Allah or to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so the question arises how we received it. Allah said it, so neither Allah came to our house or to our city, nor we went to Arsh and we heard it from him. So we have to know where from we got it, how we got it. Or Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said it, how we got it. So for every hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there is a narration chain. So these compilers of hadith like Imam Bukhari, Imam Muslim, Abu Dawood, Imam Tirmidhi, Imam Nasai, Hafiz ibn Majah, Hafiz ibn Asakir, Imam ibn Hanbal, Imam al-Shafi, Imam Abu Hanifa, Muhammad ibn Hassan, yes, Imam Humaydi, Imam ibn Hibban, Imam Hakim, yes, Razin, yes, Abu Nu'aym, all these muhaddisin, they have compiled their books. For every hadith, they have a narration chain. It starts from their own teacher, goes straight to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Every muhaddith, he say, Haddasani fulan. My sheikh so and so. He related to us. And when we say, so we don't mention the whole narration chain. Mostly we say, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said so and so, Rawahul Bukhari. Yes, we refer to what? To Imam Bukhari, or Rawahul Tirmidhi. Imam Tirmidhi narrated. But as far as the case of the book of Allah is concerned, so its narration chain it has two portions or two parts. One, how Rasulullah received it, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And number two, how we received it. So in the first part, there are three persons. Allah, Jibreel, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and alayhi salam. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam received it through Jibreel from Allah. Now this is okay. Look at me. That حدثني فلان قال حدثني فلان قال حدثني فلان. But then the muhaddiseen, they are talking about every single narrator. And that what? A Britisher. His name is Dr. Springer. His name is Al-Mu'jam al-Mufaharas. He has written a book on a hadith. And he said that this is sufficient a mu'jiza and miracle of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, that his ummah not only preserved his words and deeds and actions, but they preserved the biography of 500,000 narrators from their birth up to their death. That these 500,000 narrators, they narrated these hadiths where he was born. Yes, where he studied, where he taught, who were his teachers, who is his famous student, how was his position in this field, what about his memory, got it? And what about his taqwa? What about the norms and values of life? They are talking everything about that. And that's why someone, he is considered that he is alim, got it? But these muhaddiseen, they are not leaving any loophole there. Yes? So if he has said something wrong, he said kazaba. He lied. They say, right away they say, kazaba. He lied. Sometimes by kazaba they mean akhta'a. He made a mistake. He made a mistake. Because when a student, he says about his teacher, kazaba, so he doesn't mean that he lied. Because he is narrating hadith from him. He is narrating. Then his own narration is condemned. Yes, but he says regarding one specific riwayah, kazaba, akhta'a. He made a mistake in this regard. Like Imam Malik said about Hisham ibn Urwa. About who? Otherwise, Hisham ibn Urwa is his famous teacher and great muhaddis. But when he was 90 plus, so his memory got disturbed. His memory? So not that much disturbed, but if there is a little bit disturbed, then yes, they mark it. Yes, that this narration he did after in that age when his memory was disturbed. Got it? So then they call him Mukhtalatul Hadith. They call him what? Mukhtalatul Hadith. That he is doing ikhtilat, mixing. Yes, because his composer is weak now. What is weak? In his brain, the composer is weak. Yes? So even though Hisham ibn Urwa, look at me, he narrated some hadith and took it directly from his father, Urwa ibn Zubair. From who? From Urwa ibn Zubair. But most of hadith he has learnt from the student of his father. From who?
Student of his father.
From the, but in old age, so even though the student was narrating from his father, but Hisham himself, he was not narrating that hadith or not taken that hadith from directly from his father, but he took it from his, so he was supposed to say, Haddasani Fulan, Qala Haddasani Urwa. That my teacher, Mr. So-and-so, he narrated to me this hadith. He said that my teacher Urwa, your father, he narrated. Yes, so sometime he was doing, it was, that was not that big a mistake, but in hadith that is. So he was saying directly, Haddasani Urwa. He was saying what? Haddasani Urwa. That Urwa related to me. Yes. So you have not learnt it directly from Urwa. Yes, so that's why Imam Malik says, Kazaba. What? Kazaba akhta. So anyhow. So the first part is Allah, Jibreel and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, three personalities. So we will talk about these three personalities, one entity and two personalities, because on Allah we don't say personality, we say what? Yes, but this is majazan, or metaphorically we say three personalities. What we said? Metaphorically. Otherwise when we separately say, so we say the entity of Allah. And regarding Jibreel and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we will say personalities. But they are the actual personalities. Yes, all of us, we are persons only. Yeah, they are personalities and we are persons. Yes. What about Naseem? Huh? Personality. Yes. So anyhow, that we will say tomorrow, inshallah. Sallallahu ta'ala ala khairi khalqi.